Hey everyone, Professor August here. I just left work. I'm heading home. I have a long drive. And for those of you who are freaking out that I'm driving and recording, don't, because as soon as I make this left turn, my car goes into auto drive. It is not a Tesla because I don't do that sort of thing. No offense to Tesla drivers. Plenty of offense to Tesla drivers. So I had a conversation with a student who has been referring to my course as ethics. And then that prompted this video because I've also had students email me about my ethnics course. And so I thought I'll just make a little video and post it and then share it to all of my students in my classes. So there's a clear distinction between what ethnic studies is, which is what I teach, and what ethics is. That's a totally different class in a different department. So I know they both sound the same. Like ethnic studies and ethics sound like they're the same thing. They're not. Ethics is a field of philosophy. It's a field of morality, what's right and wrong. And so when you take a course in philosophy, those are like morality questions that you're dealing with. You're dealing with, I don't know, philosophical questions that are about good things and bad things, what's right, what's a right reaction or a wrong reaction. And then you focus on philosophers who have written about those topics. Ethnic studies, which is what I teach, not ethnics, which sometimes students will call it. Ethnic studies is a field unto itself. We have our own department, and we focus primarily on issues of race and social justice. The way I try to explain it to my students is ethnic studies is basically just American history from a non-white perspective. That's the cleanest way I can put this. We basically look at American history. We don't change anything about American history. We just add on to American history so that those minorities that are often left out of the field are incorporated. So we get to see more indigenous representation in history and society and culture. We get to see more Black folk and more Asians and more Hispanics and Chicanos and on and on and on. We also tend to include more queer voices and women's voices. So in my ethnic studies courses, we focus on all sorts of different topics. But every week is a topic. It's a topical issue. And then, we already know about these topics, usually because if you went to school in the United States, you went through middle school and high school, you were introduced to a topic. But in my courses, you then get a different perspective on topics that we already know about. So for example, this week we're going to be learning about World War II. And so instead of focusing on a typical narrative about World War II that we already know from our high school courses, like a 10th grade history course, we're looking at World War II from the Asian American perspective or from the Chicano perspective to see how they contributed and participated in American history and contributed to the American efforts. So yes, are they connected? Is ethics connected to ethnic studies? Sure, because ethnic studies is social justice based and we talk about ethics and morality and what's right and wrong. But ethics is a field in philosophy. Ethnic studies focuses on issues of minorities in the United States. So really simple distinction. I understand why people might get confused between those two fields or those two departments because they sound the same. And I had a lot of students who register for my course. And then on day one, they're just like, wait, what class is this? And I'm like, you thought you were in a philosophy course, didn't you? Anyways, so I have an hour and a half to go. So I'm just going to turn on NPR or something and listen while I sit in traffic. Yay. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.
All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe below. Catch you in the next video.